You've heard the stories, the typical twin flame dynamic where the divine masculine runs, and the divine feminine chases. It's almost like clockwork. One twin pulls away, the other chases after them, caught in a cycle of push and pull. But what happens when the divine masculine suddenly flips the script and becomes the chaser? The energy shifts. The roles reverse. And everything you thought you knew about the twin flame journey gets turned upside down. The moment the divine masculine becomes the chaser is not just a simple shift, it's a powerful awakening. And trust me, this shift is often a game changer for both twins. So, what does it mean? Let's dive in. 1. The awakening. When the divine masculine sees the truth. For a long time, the divine masculine might have been avoiding the deep truth of the twin flame connection. He might have felt the pull, but resisted it. The fear of losing control or being consumed by something he doesn't fully understand often keeps him from embracing the connection. But somewhere along the way, something shifts. It could be a deep emotional awakening, a triggering event, or simply the universe's divine timing. But when the divine masculine wakes up to the depth of the connection, he can no longer deny it. The truth of the twin flame bond hits him like a freight train, and suddenly, he becomes aware of what he's been running from. This is when the divine masculine shifts from runner to chaser. He realizes he can no longer pretend that this connection doesn't matter. And that's when everything changes. 2. The fear of losing the divine feminine. For so long, the divine feminine might have been the one feeling unseen or unheard, running after the divine masculine, desperately trying to make sense of the connection. But now, the roles are reversed. When the divine masculine starts to chase, the fear of losing the divine feminine becomes overwhelmingly clear. He may experience deep anxiety or a feeling of urgency. This connection, this love, cannot be lost. And this fear, though uncomfortable, is one of the catalysts for the shift. The divine masculine is now awakening to the depth of the connection, and suddenly, all the walls he put up to protect himself begin to crack. He starts to realize that the love he's been resisting is not just a passing feeling, it's the real thing, and he can no longer run from it. But, like the divine feminine before him, the divine masculine must face the fear of rejection. When you've been the one running away from someone for so long, turning into the chaser brings up questions like, what if they don't feel the same? What if they don't want me anymore? 3. The divine feminine's reaction. Holding space and finding empowerment. When the divine masculine shifts from being the runner to becoming the chaser, it can bring up a mix of emotions for the divine feminine. She may feel relieved, knowing that the love she's been waiting for is finally being acknowledged. But at the same time, old wounds and insecurities can surface. What happens when the divine masculine starts chasing? Sometimes, it can feel like déjà vu. The divine feminine may wonder, is this real? Or is this just another cycle of running and chasing? But the truth is, the divine feminine must stand her ground. She's already done the healing and the work to find her own empowerment. She cannot fall into old patterns of chasing or pleading for love. Instead, she must hold space for his growth and allow him to come to her fully. This is not about proving anything anymore. This is about balance and respecting the flow of the connection. 4. Why the divine masculine chasing is actually a positive shift. You might wonder, why is this sudden shift a good thing? After all, the chase isn't always the healthiest dynamic. But when the divine masculine becomes the chaser, it's because he's ready to step into his power. This shift often signifies a deep emotional maturity. He's no longer afraid of vulnerability or his own emotions. He's ready to take responsibility for the connection and his role in it. When the divine masculine chases, it's not out of desperation or fear. It's because he has finally recognized the depth of the love and the bond between you. He no longer wants to keep running. He wants to grow and evolve together. In this phase, he is seeking not just love, but union. He's ready to put in the effort, do the work, and show up as the partner he knows he can be. This is when the roles reverse in a healthy, transformative way, and both twins are moving toward wholeness and harmony. 5. Balancing the dynamic. Union requires both to stand in their power. The key to lasting union between twin flames is not simply about one person chasing and the other running. True union comes when both twins have done their inner work and are standing in their power as individuals. When the divine masculine chases, he is doing so from a place of growth. And the divine feminine, having found her sovereignty and independence, is not going to chase back. Instead, she holds space, remains empowered, and chooses to receive. This balanced dynamic leads to a harmonious union, where both twin flames are in alignment with their highest selves and can come together as equals. 6. The purpose of the divine masculine becoming the chaser. So, why does the divine masculine need to chase? Why does this energy shift occur in the first place? The purpose is to balance the energies between the twins. The divine masculine's journey from running to chasing represents integration and healing of his inner feminine energy. He learns that true strength comes from embracing vulnerability, love, and compassion, not just from logic, control, and detachment. The divine feminine, on the other hand, must continue to stand firm in her sense of self-worth and self-love. She becomes the mirror for the divine masculine's growth, showing him how to trust the flow and allow love to unfold naturally. Ultimately, the chasing dynamic is a temporary phase that helps each twin come to terms with their role in the relationship and their soul mission. Union can only happen when both twin flames are whole, no longer running from each other, but walking side by side, hand in hand, in perfect harmony. 7. The final shift. Both twins coming together in love and harmony. When the divine masculine steps into his role as the chaser, it's a sign that the final pieces are falling into place. The love that has always been present between the twins is ready to manifest into reality. The divine feminine no longer feels the need to chase. She has done the inner work, learned to trust, and is now simply waiting to receive the love she deserves. The final shift happens when both twins, through their individual journeys, come together in unwavering love, knowing that they have each other's hearts, minds, and souls in a sacred bond that cannot be broken. The divine masculine chasing is just a step in the process. It's a sign of growth, awakening, and alignment. And when union finally happens, it will be worth every moment of the journey. Fire, are you ready for that final step into union? 8. Trusting the divine masculine's growth and commitment. When the divine masculine finally steps into the role of the chaser, it can be easy for the divine feminine to feel skeptical or unsure. After all, the previous dynamic may have left scars, and there may still be doubts about whether this time is the time for true union. But here's the thing, the divine masculine's shift into the chaser is a reflection of his inner growth. He's no longer running from his feelings, his purpose, or the connection. Instead, he's ready to show up fully and commit to the process of healing, alignment, and union. It's important for the divine feminine to trust this transformation, even if it feels uncomfortable. She must hold space for the divine masculine's growth and empower him to step into his role as an equal partner in the union. This is a time for both twins to rise in their own power, no longer needing the other to complete them but instead working together to create something even more powerful than they could alone. 9. The shift from fear to confidence. At the core of the divine masculine's transition from the runner to the chaser is confidence. Not in the sense of overconfidence, but a deep, internal knowing that this connection is meant to be. Before, the divine masculine may have struggled with self-doubt, feeling unworthy or unready for the kind of love the twin flame connection demands. But once he fully awakens to the truth of who he is and the purpose of the union, he steps into a new sense of self-assurance. For the divine feminine, this shift is an invitation to match that energy. When the divine masculine becomes the chaser, it's not about playing games or forcing anything to happen. Instead, it's about mutual respect and trusting the timing of the universe. Both twins are now aligned with their higher purpose, ready to embrace the love they have been calling in. The fear fades, and in its place comes confidence. Confidence in the connection, confidence in the process, and confidence in each other. 10. Surrendering to the flow of union. The moment the divine masculine chases, It marks the point where the twin flames can no longer hold back from union. But even though the chaser has arrived, the twin flame journey isn't about rushing the process, it's about surrendering to the flow. The divine feminine, having done much of the inner work, understands that trust and patience are key. She no longer feels the need to chase or question the process. Instead, she allows things to unfold as they should, holding space for the divine masculine to catch up to her energetically. The union isn't about winning the other person's heart. It's about two souls coming together in perfect timing, each twin coming into their own complete energy, aligning with the universal flow. 11. The power of dual healing and transformation. When the divine masculine becomes the chaser, the connection isn't just about love, it's about healing. This dynamic shift creates an opportunity for mutual growth and transformation. The divine feminine has already done a lot of healing. She's learned to trust herself, to step into her power, and to find self-love. Now, it's time for the divine masculine to take his place in that healing process. As he chases, it's an opportunity for him to heal his own wounds, his fears of rejection, his doubts about being worthy of such deep love, and his fears of vulnerability. In this process, both twins help each other heal. They mirror each other's growth, facilitating a sacred healing that prepares them for union. This is why the twin flame journey is so unique. You heal each other in ways no one else can. It's a beautiful, transformative experience that can only happen when both twins step into their highest selves. 12. Understanding the divine masculine's need for independence. One of the most important aspects of the divine masculine's shift into the chaser is that he still has a deep need for independence. This doesn't mean he's pulling away, but rather that he needs to understand his role as an individual before committing fully to the union. For the divine feminine, it's important to allow him space to express himself and grow without feeling like he's abandoning the relationship. True union happens when both twins can stand independently as sovereign beings, not relying on each other for validation, but instead building a life together from a place of wholeness. So, if you notice your twin flame needing some time or space even while they're chasing you, it's not a sign of running again. It's a sign that they're learning to integrate the connection while still honoring their own journey. This balance of individuality and togetherness is what creates a strong, lasting bond. 13. The final step. Union through integration. The final step in the twin flame journey is integration. This is the moment when both twins finally come together, not just as lovers, but as whole, integrated souls, each having done the inner work, healed their fears, and embraced the love that exists between them. When the divine masculine transitions from the runner to the chaser, it's the moment of integration. He has embraced his emotional vulnerability, his fear, and his need for love. And when the divine feminine remains in her empowered space, she holds space for both of them to come together in a union that is founded on mutual respect, trust, and love. The final union happens when both twin flames are ready. No more running, no more hiding. They step into each other's energy, fully aligned, fully trusting, and fully united in love. 14. The twin flame mission, beyond personal union. When twin flames finally come together, their union is not just for personal fulfillment. It is part of a higher mission. When the divine masculine becomes the chaser, he steps into his role not just in the relationship, but in the twin flame mission. Together, the twins are meant to serve the collective, raise consciousness, and share the healing energy of their love. This is why twin flame union is so much more than love. It's about a shared purpose, a shared mission that transcends the personal and impacts the world around them. The twin flame mission isn't just about the connection between the two. It's about what they bring to the world when they come together in full alignment. 15. Letting go of the fear of rejection. As the divine masculine steps into the role of the chaser, there is one more crucial shift that takes place. He must face his own fears of rejection. The divine masculine, having spent much of the journey running, now stands in front of his deepest fears. What if the divine feminine doesn't want him back? What if he's too late? This fear is deeply rooted in the ego, the belief that if they show vulnerability or if they are fully seen, they will be rejected. But when the divine masculine steps into the chaser role, it's a reflection of his growth and his willingness to face those fears head-on. For the divine feminine, this is a test of trust. She has been waiting for her twin flame to come around, but now that the roles have reversed, she must trust that he is coming to her in a more healed, empowered way. She must open herself to receiving him fully, knowing that his chase is not driven by desperation but by genuine love and transformation. 16. Releasing control and letting the universe lead. The divine masculine's shift into the chaser also signifies releasing control and allowing the universe to take the lead. No longer does he try to dictate the terms of the connection. Instead, he surrenders to the process, trusting that everything will unfold at the perfect time. For twin flames, letting go of control is essential for union. Both twins must accept that they can't force things to happen on their own timeline. The energy of the universe knows exactly what needs to happen and when. The divine masculine's chaser role is a step in learning to trust this divine orchestration. For the divine feminine, this shift requires her to stop feeling anxious about the timing or outcomes. She must focus on living in the moment, allowing herself to receive love, and trusting that everything is happening exactly as it's meant to. 17. Healing the wounds of the past. One of the most beautiful parts of the divine masculine stepping into the chaser role is that he is now in the process of healing past wounds, the wounds of abandonment, rejection, or inadequacy that he might have carried for a long time. As he faces these fears, the divine masculine may experience a profound emotional release. Tears, realizations, and breakthroughs that allow him to finally heal the parts of himself that have held him back. This is not just about reconnection with the divine feminine, it's also about healing the inner wounds that have kept him from fully stepping into his power. As the divine feminine holds space for this healing, she becomes a mirror of unconditional love and acceptance, showing him that he is worthy of this deep, powerful connection. 18. The sacred dance of union, balance and harmony. When the divine masculine shifts into the chaser role, he does so not in competition with the divine feminine, but in harmony. This is not about one twin winning or chasing the other. It's about balance and equilibrium. The chase is not about persistence or pressure. It's about the divine masculine's soul recognizing its call to union and moving toward it with love and grace. At this point, the divine feminine is in her power, holding space for him to meet her, not needing to chase, not needing to prove herself. Her role is to receive his energy and meet him with open arms once he has completed his own healing. Together, they begin the sacred dance of union. Two whole beings coming together to co-create something even greater than they could alone. This is the beautiful synergy of twin flames, balance, harmony, and mutual respect. 19. The realization. Love is the only answer. When the divine masculine fully steps into the chaser role, one of the most profound realizations occurs. Love is the only answer. This is a moment of emotional clarity, where the divine masculine understands that he no longer has to run from what he feels. All the fears, doubts, and insecurities he once held are replaced by a deep knowing that this love, this connection, is something he was meant to experience in this lifetime. For the divine feminine, this is a moment of gratitude, knowing that everything she went through, the waiting, the growth, the healing, was not in vain. She can now see that this connection is worth every challenge they both faced. This is when both twin flames align with their soul mission, understanding that the love between them isn't just for their own personal gain. It is meant to bring healing, expansion, and light to the world. Together, they will create something greater than themselves. 20. A love beyond time. Forever united. The final shift is profound, the moment when the divine masculine stops running, and both twins embrace their union. It's not just a meeting of bodies, it's a meeting of souls. They realize that their love is not bound by time, distance, or separation. It is eternal. The divine masculine now understands that this love was never just a passing moment. It's an eternal bond, a deep connection that existed long before they met and will continue far beyond their earthly lives. This awareness creates a deep sense of peace within both of them. The chase has ended. The separation has healed. The love is now fully embodied, and both twins are ready to step into their higher purpose together. Twin flames are never truly apart. They are destined to reunite, to rise, and to shine together in perfect love. Fire, and when that happens, it's beyond words. It's the reunion of two souls, forever united. Fire. Final words. Trust the process. Embrace the love. When the divine masculine becomes the chaser, it's not about playing a game, it's about awakening. It's about facing fears, embracing love, and stepping into a divine partnership that was always meant to be. If you're on this twin flame journey, know that this shift is part of the process, and it's leading you to something greater than you can imagine. The roles may shift, but the destination remains the same: union, love, and growth. Are you ready to embrace it?